It was a war fought not in the plains, but in the icy heights of the Himalayas. A war that tested the courage of young soldiers, the resolve of a nation, and the limits of strategy at over 18,000 feet. This is the story of the Kargil War, a modern-day epic of bravery, betrayal, and India's unforgettable victory. The Kargil War was fought between India and Pakistan from May to July 1999 in the Kargil district of Jammu and Kashmir. But its roots go back to the ongoing Kashmir conflict and the fragile peace after the 1971 Indo-Pak War. In February 1999, the Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee took a historic step by visiting Lahore to sign the Lahore Declaration, promoting peace. But just months later, Pakistan's betrayal would become evident. In a covert operation called Operation Badr, Pakistani soldiers and militants crossed the line of control (LOC) and occupied Indian military posts in the Kargil sector, which were left unmanned during winter. Their goal was to cut off National Highway 1D, the lifeline connecting Srinagar to Leh, thereby isolating Ladakh from the rest of India. Disguised as Kashmiri militants, these intruders turned out to be mostly regular soldiers of the Pakistani army, including troops from the elite Northern Light Infantry (NLI). India responded with full force. On May 26, 1999, the Indian Army launched Operation Vijay to flush out the infiltrators. Over 30,000 troops were deployed under harsh weather and high altitudes. Indian Air Force launched Operation Safed Sagar, its first combat operation in Kashmir since 1947, using MiG-21s, Mirage 2000s, and helicopters for surveillance and bombing runs. The battle wasn't just against the enemy, it was against snow, thin air, steep mountains, and frostbite. Yet, our soldiers climbed, fought, and bled to reclaim every inch of Indian land. The war produced legends whose names are etched in Indian history. Captain Vikram Batra led the attack on point 5140 and said the now iconic words, "Yeh dil mange more." Lieutenant Manoj Kumar Pandey, awarded the Param Veer Chakra posthumously for his bravery in capturing Khaluba Ridge. Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav climbed a vertical cliff under fire and received the Param Veer Chakra, surviving with 15 bullet wounds. Captain Anuj Nair, Rifleman Sanjay Kumar, and many others stood tall in the face of certain death. More than 500 Indian soldiers laid down their lives in the operation. Their courage became the bedrock of our national pride. By July 1999, India had recaptured most of the strategic peaks including Tiger Hill, Tolaling, and Point 4875. Under intense international pressure and Indian military pressure, Pakistan was forced to withdraw. On July 26, 1999, India declared the operation a complete success. This day is now commemorated every year as Kargil Vijay Divas. The global community largely condemned Pakistan's actions, especially after evidence of Pakistani soldiers being involved emerged. The war exposed gaps in Indian intelligence and border surveillance, leading to modernization of equipment, infrastructure, and high-altitude warfare training in subsequent years. It also reinforced that peace efforts with Pakistan must be met with caution. Today, the Kargil War Memorial at Dras, the second coldest inhabited place in the world, stands as a tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. It reminds us that freedom is not free. It comes with the cost of blood, sweat, and undying patriotism. Kargil is not just a chapter in military history. It is a living story of India's courage and unity. When the mountains called, our heroes answered. When the enemy crept in the shadows, our soldiers fought in the light of duty. Let us remember the Kargil War, not just for the war that it was, but for the spirit of India that rose above every bullet, every betrayal, and every barrier. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.